And this one and that one I made for my daughter because we watch film noirs together. Film noir is my favorite genre. And a couple years ago I introduced her to film noir and we love watching these movies together. I don't like to identify the movies with you who are here. I can't identify what the films are because we have certain movies that we really love to watch together. So this one is Raw Deal, and that's from what still is running tie for my favorite film noir of all time, The Big Sleep. And me and Skylar went to go see it at the Fox Theater, and we had really fun counting how many people were murdered in it. And we decided that all the press lied, that actually it says that 7 people were murdered, but we decided 6 people were murdered and 1 was killed. And there was actually a difference between murdered and killed. Anyway, this is Agnes, and she's sitting in the car, and Humphrey Bogart's sitting across from me. He says, "Why are you always giving me a raw deal?" So that's called Raw Deal from that. And this movie is by a melodrama director, Max Ophuls, who I really love, and it's called Caught. And this film, I absolutely love it. Robert Bryan is a real sadistic, really messed up. He has some issues. And this woman, Leonora, is from lower classes, and she marries into him. And she's just kind of held captive, and she has to learn the lesson, the important lesson that we have to learn, that love comes before money. And she's just laying in this big, huge, massive house that's all masculine and representative of all the oppressive masculinity of this guy that she's married to. And she's on the sofa, and she has to stay up all night in this evening gown waiting for him to come home with his friends. And she's holding her hand on the sofa, and his personal servant's like playing the piano, and she's like, "But I want to go to sleep," and he's just like, "Tough, baby, tough. Life is tough, tough, baby, tough." And so that's why it's called Tough. So anyway, that's that. This one here, do you see, you guys get the inside story because I never tell my sources of my film. This one here is called Made for It. This is a film that I feel a particular affinity for. It's Nightmare Alley. It's film noir. It's great. Tyrone Power, who works in a carnival, and he's like, his worst fear in life is that he's going to become a geek, which are these people who bite off the heads of chickens and drink the blood for. And anyway, he is totally freaked out about having to become one of those, and he ends up getting really messed over by a bad fortune teller and a bad woman, you know, in typical film noir fashion. No, 2 people, the bad fortune and the messed up woman. He had it bad. He was getting it from femme fatale at every turn. And oh man, so he got so bad he had to go get drunk. And then he was just, you know, unfortunately fell to the bottle and to the gutter. And I don't know where it's at. I have to look that up. Anyway, so he's all drunk and he goes back to the carnival looking for work, and the guy's like, "Well, I don't really have any work for you at this time." And he's sitting there, he just wants a bottle of a drink because he's an alcoholic. And the guy's holding the bottle and he's like, "Just give me some." And the guy scratches and he's like, "Wait a minute, I got just the job for you. I need a geek." And so Tyrone Power's face is just like, and then he's like, "Do you need that drink so bad?" And he's like, "You know what? I'll take it. I was made for it." And so that's when he looks up and says, so that's called Made for It in that moment. So yeah, he had a tough life. So those are these here, and those are from the film noir series. And then this one my daughter picked for me to do for my first ever huge, ginormous drawing. And it's one of my favorite phrases in life, Junkyard, from one of my favorite films, with Betty Davis and All About Eve. And she sits and she's got stuff smeared all over her face, and you know, she looks at her boyfriend, she's like, "I'm a junkyard, do you love me anyway?" And he's like, "I will love you, you're my junkyard." And I always refer to myself as a junkyard.